So I had a hankering for some like fried fish sandwich. So I am going to batter it using 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch, a little oil, and some water to make like the egg dip so that the fish fry will stay on the mushrooms. And here's the mushrooms. The mushrooms and give it that highly battered texture that I like. And I have used this Nutra oil. I couldn't find grapeseed oil. I'm in Mexico, so sometimes you go to the right stores, you can find the things that you need, and sometimes not. So this looked promising. It says that it's pure soy oil, so hopefully that will make it fry up nice and crispy. So here is the mixture of cornstarch and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of oil and water to make it kind of like the consistency of egg yolk. And I've poured the fish fry, this is what I use, into a container, or into a bowl rather. And here are the mushrooms that I'm using. Aren't they lovely? So I'm going to pull these apart to kind of, I'm trying to simulate a shrimp. I'm gonna make a shrimp po' boy. So I'm gonna put a little, of course, Tony Sacherias on here to before I begin, and then I'm going to batter and fry these these mushrooms. And here's my all natural multi-grain baguette that I got from the little French bakery around the corner from my home. So I'm going to take a piece something like this and dip it in the cornstarch solution that I created to stimulate like the egg white, and then cover it in the breading, the fish fry. Got 3 pieces in there. And this is my oil, and you can see that the heat, it's kind of like on a medium heat. And I've got about, I don't know, 1/4, like a pinky of oil in there, measuring. And this is the oil that I'm using. So I just checked the oil by sprinkling a little water. Not too much, you don't want to cause some kind of bad thing to happen. Oil and water don't mix, especially hot oil, so you just want a little sprinkle. There it goes. You see that? Okay, it's ready. It's ready. So I'm going to turn down the fire some because it's hot enough. I don't want to burn it. So there we go. Okay, so let us begin by shaking off the excess flour. Look at that. Yes. And when it's hot enough, I had to learn this. When it's hot enough, the flour won't come off of whatever it is you're cooking. I mean, I used to fry a lot of chicken before I became a vegan, and I couldn't understand why half the flour would just come off the chicken pieces. Well, because the oil wasn't hot enough. So that's just for your knowledge. You know, you can't assume that everybody's been cooking all their lives. You know, some of you young ladies are just starting your cooking experience. So I have heard from the students at school that they never learn to cook. And now that they are on their own, they're being forced to cook. So there it is. We're going to let that brown, just like you would anything that you fry, any piece of meat. We're going to let it brown. Now remember, these are mushrooms, so they don't have to, you don't have to get this to a certain temperature because you can eat them raw. You know, unlike chicken or some other kind of meat where you need to cook it, you know, long enough to make sure that there's no protozoas or bacteria or amoebas, whatever, hanging out in it. So I'm going to let this cook and I'll turn it over. So I've turned it over, and this is what it looks like. And I'm getting ready to chop up some onion, tomato. I have bags of baby kale and spinach and arugula. And I love this dressing. This is some Caesar salad dressing that I get from the place downstairs. So any kind of dressing you have, tartar sauce, ranch, mayonnaise, whatever you'd like to grace your sandwich. Okay, we're gonna let our mock shrimp drain on this paper towel. I've cut up some tomatoes. I cut the bagel in half and opened it up. I'm gonna put a little mayonnaise on the bread just because I like it. And then I'll create the sandwich and show you one last time what it looks like. So this is my po' boy. I like a lot of lettuce, and you can see I have the bed of kale and spinach and arugula. Then I layered the tomato. I almost used the whole tomato, red onion slices, and then my sauce. And now I'm just gonna add in my mock shrimp. Look at that. Don't try me, okay? Do not try me. Some people have been trying me. This is a vegan meal, okay? There you go. And that looks absolutely delicious. And it tastes good too. Now I like a lot of seasoning, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some more Tony mozzarella because that's just good. Yum. Time to eat. That is delicious.